Hello, Gabriel Ron. Welcome back to Guild of Thieves. And what we're going to do now is we're going to the White Room and solve this opaque case. So we're on the boathouse, so we'll go southeast. Takes it into the yellow room. A little yellow velvet covers this room. It is mostly damp and bedraggled due to constant lapping of the lake's grim waters to the north. In the center stands a podium, also yellow, while exits lead southeast and northwest. Resting on the podium is a yellow die, so we won't get the yellow die now. We'll come back for it. What I want to do is go southeast. White room, an opaque case with 4 colored slots, and it stands on a podium at the center of this room, while velvet covers the walls, floor, and ceiling here, with 4 openings in the corners of the room providing exits. So examine. Opaque case. The opaque case is a cube half a meter on each side that rests atop the podium. There are 4 small slots in it. It is locked. Yeah, our succulents is starting to wear off. So how do you solve this opaque case? Well, what you have to do is you have to get the 4 colored dies from the 4 colored rooms that are in the 4 corners of the white room, which means you have to go southeast, northwest, northeast, and southwest and get each die. And what you have to do is you have to roll each die until it reaches a certain number. When I first played this game, I didn't know what numbers they were, so I had to roll the yellow die till it has a 2 and stick it into the opaque case, and do that with each of the other dies, the 4 colored dies, till I figured out what the combination was. So this is it's kind of like opening a safe is what it is. So examine. Slots. It'll tell you what color the slots are. Yep, the first slot is red, the second slot is green, third slot is blue, and the 4th slot is yellow. So you got green, yellow, blue, and red dies, which is the 4 colors of the room, and you have to get these dies and roll them with a certain number. A certain number you have to roll is 5, and you have to stick the red die in the red slot, and it has to have 5 on it. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get all the dies and come back here and start rolling dice. So we will go northwest. Not correct. Yeah, which should take us back to the yellow room. You'll get yellow, die. We've already been here, so we know there's a yellow die here. So we'll go northeast. We'll go northeast. Blue room. This room is covered in blue velvet from wall to wall, apart from a small opening leading southwest into the white room. In the center of the room stands a podium, also blue. Resting on the podium is a blue die. So get blue die. And northwest, no southwest. There we go. Southwest. Into the green room. The only break in the green velvet which totally covers this room is for an exit in the northeast corner. A podium stands at the center of the room, also enveloped in the same material. Resting on the podium is a green die. So get green die. Northeast, I think. White room. So we got to go north, south, east. I don't think we have all the dies yet. We need to. We got a green die, blue die, yellow die. We need a red die. Exits. Well, which way haven't we gone? North, northeast, southeast, southwest, northwest, northeast. Red room. Red velvet covers every surface of this small room, including the podium at its center. The only exit from here is northwestern into the white room. Resting on the podium is a red die. Get red die. So we'll go southeast. No warrant. Oh. I'll type exit. Well. What we're going to do now is we're going to roll each of these dies till they come up with a 5. So examine slots. So the first red, green, blue and yellow. So the first die we're going to roll is the red die. Roll. Red die. Yeah, all these rolls are random. So yeah, now you're going to understand why it takes a while. Roll red die. Yeah, with the flash and a bang, a golden fairy just 2 inches high appears. Hello, she says, I am Lady Luck, guardian of all good backgammon and craps players. You summon me for a dice roll. Well, which number do you require? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6? She says, dancing a merry dance around your left nostril. So yeah, since we've found the horseshoe and rubbed it, we don't have to keep rolling the die till it reaches 5. So Lady Luck shows up, and we can just say we want 5, and the red dice will roll a 5. So this is one spot where the horseshoe comes in. But if you didn't find the horseshoe, then the Lady Luck won't appear, and you could be here quite a while trying to get the red die to roll a 5. So we're going to type 5. Glad to be of service. With a blinking of the eye, she is gone. You toss the red die on the floor. When you retrieve it, you notice that it now has 5 spots on each face. So yeah, so we take the now we'll take the red die and we'll put it in the red slot. So we'll put red die in red slot. So we got one of them. Red die is now inside the first slot. So now we got to do the same thing with the next die, which is examine slot. Oh. Yep. First slot is red. It contains a red die. We already did that. Second slot is go. We got to roll the green die, and we want the green die to come up with 5 on each side. So roll. Green die. Yep, Lady Luck will come up again. I reread that, so I don't need to reread it. So we'll type 5. Now the green die, you roll the green die on the floor, and when you retrieve it, you notice that it now has 5 spots on each face. So we're going to put green die in green slot. Yep. Examine slots. We'll find out what the next color is. Red, green, blue. Blue and yellow. So roll. Green. No, we are. We rolled the red. We rolled the green. Blue. Die. Yep, and the Lady Luck will show up again. 5. Now the blue die has 5 spots on each face, so we'll put blue die in blue slot. Now there's only one die left to roll, and that's the yellow one. So roll yellow die. And Lady Luck will show up again. And we'll type 5. And now the yellow die has 5 spots on each side of its face. So we'll place or put yellow die in yellow slot. Yellow die is now inside the 4th slot. With all the correctly numbered dice in their respective slots, the clasp on the case dissolves magically. So now we can open case. Open. Opaque case. Oh. The opaque case is a cube 1/2 meter on each side that rests atop the podium. There are 4 small slots in it. It contains a plastic die. So I guess get plastic die. So I guess that's what we got for all our troubles, a plastic die. I'll examine. Plastic, plastic die. A plastic die closely resembles the one found in your packaging. And what these gaming companies used to do is every time you bought a game from them, they would give you some sort of souvenir to go along with the game. And that's what this is referring to. Of course, when I bought this game, I got no plastic die. So there's no plastic die in my packaging. But if you did get the plastic die, then from your packaging when you bought this game, then that's what the plastic die in this game closely resembles. So I'll end the recording here, and when we come back, we'll tackle the bank. So this is Gamer Lawn saying stay tuned for more of Guild of Thieves.